Hello, everyone, and welcome to Cooking with Miss O. This week we are making something super simple and something dear to my heart. When I was young, and maybe it was a day that there wasn't a lot of food in the house, this was something I could eat really easily, and my mom showed me to make at a young age. Now, it is called a toasted tomato sandwich. Okay? Very simple. All you need is some bread, some mayonnaise. You definitely don't have to use mayonnaise. You could use butter or mustard or something, but I like mayonnaise, some tomato, and some salt and pepper. So 5 ingredients. You could add on to this. There's no problem there, but just to keep it nice and simple, something you can make for lunch, for a nice snack, right? So I'm going to get all my ingredients out and get started. All right, so my hands are washed. I'm just drying them now. I've also gotten out the simple ingredients that I need. I have a mini loaf of bread, so I'm gonna make 2 sandwiches, but you probably have regular sized bread. So you just need 2 slices of bread, a tomato, all right, some mayonnaise. This is optional. I also have some butter. I'm going to use the butter. So the only thing here which will be different than yours is I don't own a toaster, believe it or not. So I'm going to toast my bread in the frying pan. So I'm going to turn on this frying pan onto medium heat. I'm going to cut my bread, and then when it's warm enough, I'll put the bread, a little bit of butter, into the pan and toast it on both sides. Okay, so this step you will most likely do in a toaster, which will make it, of course, a lot easier. Okay? All right, so if you are cutting your own bread, make sure you have a serrated knife. It is serrated here because it's not a straight edge, but it has these ridges here, so it makes it nice. This is a nice professional bread knife. It makes it really easy to cut the bread. I'm also going to use it to cut the tomatoes. Sometimes if the knife is dull on the tomato, it can squish it as well. All right, so I've just flipped over the toast. Again, this step most likely you will do in a toaster, not on a frying pan. This is not the most efficient way to toast your bread. It takes more energy and more time and more dishes. So I'm probably one of very few people that doesn't own a toaster. Now the bread has toasted. So next step is to put the mayonnaise on the toast. And then we're gonna slice our tomato here. We're gonna get a nice good size slice, and then I can cut it to size. Your bread is a little bit bigger than mine, of course, so you probably won't have to cut it into size. Please make sure you're careful with your knife. If you have a serrated knife, even a smaller steak knife works pretty good for these tomatoes. This is a beef steak tomato. Tomato is on. Last step, some salt, some pepper. Of course, you don't have to put salt and pepper. Maybe you like one, maybe you don't like the other. Okay. Now, you could always put other things in on here. You could put cheese, you could put eggs, lettuce, bacon, whatever you like, okay? But what I like, again, is it's simple. A toasted tomato sandwich, really easy, something you can make at home for lunch. I am now going to go eat my lunch, and when I come back, I'll come and clean up my mess. All right, happy cooking. We'll see you next week.